Okay, some of you have been asking about the screw for the box. So I'm going to show you how we can design and make a screw. I'm going to do this as an extra or a new piece, not new piece, a new component. So a new part studio. So click on the plus sign, create a new part studio. So we've gone out of our assembly tab and we're now in new part studio. I'm going to actually move the assembly tab to the end because I find it's easier to have it at the end. It's quite logical. So I'm going to hold down my mouse button and just drag it over to the end. I'm going to go back to my part studio. This time, I'm not going to use the top plane for sketching this. I'm going to use the I use the front or the right. It's up to you. I'm going to use the front. And I'm going to click on front rather than top. So I'm looking straight at my screw. So, previously, when we've created like cylindrical objects, we've used a sketch like a circle and then we've extruded it. That's not going to work for a screw because it isn't like a cylindrical shape all the way from bottom to top. For example, the bottom of the screw goes to a point and the top of the screw, the head, sticks out slightly. So there's a new tool we're going to use to create this, and it's called a revolve tool. What we need to do first of all is sketch a cross section. So imagine had a screw in front of me and I had a laser and I cut straight through the center of my screw. I need to sketch what that cross section would look like. So half of the screw. So it takes a bit of sort of sketching really with lines to get that shape. Here we go, so let's try. So I'm going to click sketch and I'm not going to click on the top because I'm not using the top plane. We're going to use the front plane. So I'm clicking on front and I'm going to use a line to start off with. So I'm going to draw myself a line. Let's make it I'm going to go a bit. Don't snap it to the origin. So we don't need to do that. And I'm going to make that 20 millimeters. It's not a particularly big screw. Now I'm going to create the point of my screw. So I'm coming at an angle, and I'm going to make that 5 millimeters. I'm going to take this line up. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to escape that line. I'm going to go back up here. Now I'm going to create like the head of the screw. So something that looks a bit like that. Zoom in so you can see what I've done. So there's my blue line. So now I'm going to finish off the head. It's going to sit in there like that. It's going to come down to here. There we go. And I can change that design if I don't. Doesn't look quite right. I can go back and change it. So, but that's my cross section. That's like I'm just looking at half of the screw. One half of the screw. And that'll do for now. I can make some changes to it, like the head of the screw may not be quite right. I just want to. No, I don't do that. Let's click on let's trim out that line and choose my dimensions tool. 3. Let's see if I can make that 2.5 to see what happens. Okay, we'll go with it. It's going to look perfect, but we'll go with it. Right, we're going to take that. So there's my cross section. I know it's a complete sketch because it's blue and it's gone grey on the inside. That's important. There's no gaps around the outside. If there was a gap around the outside, it wouldn't go grey on the inside. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to use a tool we've never used before. It's called Revolve. It's next to the extrude button. So click on Revolve. I'm going to leave it as solid and new. Now it's saying, what sketches do you want to revolve, sir? like we've done before we extrude, I want to revolve sketch 1. There's an extra command here saying what axes do you want to revolve around. So I'm actually going to click on the red box. I need to click on the red box. It's not a blue box, it's a red box, so click on it. Now I'm going to choose this line here, and that creates my revolve. So I've revolved around that center line that I've created to create this what looks like a starting to look a bit like a screw shape. So I'll green tick that. I'm going to change the appearance of it, and I'm going to make it more of a silvery grey colour, because that's more like a screw would look like. I'm not too keen on the head of it, so I can change that, but I'll go back and do that later on. But that's what we're trying to create, something that looks a bit like that. To make it a little bit more realistic, we can go to the top and we can sketch. We can call this is going to be a crosshead screwdriver. Sorry, crosshead screw. So I'm going to sketch. I'm going to sketch on the top face here, and I'm going to choose a center point rectangle. I'm going to find the center of that circle by hovering in the center, and it goes with a little orange square. So click, up I go. I'm going to change that to 0.5 because I like even numbers, and I'll make that 4. And I'm going to repeat, but I'm going to go the other way. So it was 0.5. It was 4, and it was 0.5. So again, you can use the dimensions tool if that's a little bit confusing what I've just done there. Just try and get your dimensions off of the sketch. Tidies it up, makes it look a little bit neater, and also important, it's easy for someone looking at it to really understand what those sketches are. I'm going to trim out these lines here where they all cross over, and I'm going to re-tick that. Right, I'm going to extrude solid. I don't want new, I actually want to remove the material because it's going to go down slightly. I can click there. Now that's far too much, so let's go down by 3mm. Probably still a bit too much, so let's go down by 2mm. That looks like it's okay. 2mm. Grade 6. Now I've got like what looks a bit like a cross head. So I think that you can see the extruder sticking out slightly because I've got to remove. So I'm actually going to change that to 1.5. Grade 6. So there's my cross head on the screwdriver. Final thing then for you to do is you might have to use the search tool for this one. So search tools, but it's called a helix. And on mine it's here, and it looks like that. A bit like the old slinkies that walk down the stairs. So it's a helix. I want to have a cylinder kind of cone style going on. It's going to have turns. Okay, now I'm going to click on the part that I want to have the turns. So it's this one here. Now what I can do is I can change the number of times that helix revolves around the shaft of that screw there. So I'm going to change that to, let's go to 20. Looks a bit more realistic. 25. See what that looks like. Yeah, we'll go with 25. Okay. You can see I've chosen that bit there. 25 isn't quite realistic, but 25 is good for that one. Let's helix this one here. 25 is too much. Let's go with 10. 7. That's better. And now I've got my screw. So, like I've done with all the other components, can now insert, and I've got this new part here, and there is my screw. The helixes, I don't know why, the helixes don't actually come across when we use it on a component and bring it into our assembly studio. But it's just a basic, it's just for visual representation. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to use a cylindrical mate, and I want to do the, I actually want to do the top, on the top of my, I'm going to zoom in, top of my screw, where it gets really fiddly now, and really tests your patience with the mating tool. Give it that one there. There we go. And I want that to go in the centre. That's right at the bottom of that hole. Or maybe that's the bottom. That's probably the middle, and that's right at the top. So let's go with the middle. So green tick. And there's my cylindrical mate here. If I right click on it and I go to animate, if I choose this axis and click, you can see it shows that that is actually a screw and come in and out. So showing you that animation. I change to single and press play, it will just come out once. I can set how high up it comes. Okay, so I can play that. I can toggle it the other way, so it's going down, play. And the other thing I can actually do is just spin around and get that screw to spin. So let's go back to my cylindrical mate, right click, animate. This time I'm going to choose that top option there, and I've got a loop. I press play again. If I drop that down to 100, it's going to go quicker. And if I increase that, that would go slower. I can have it going both ways if I want. So that's how we produce our screw. I think you get to this stage, I want you to spend longer getting that screw looking the right shape. I've done that quite quickly, but go online, have a look at what the screw looks like, and you need to sketch a cross section of it and use the revolve tool to create the 3D cylindrical shape to it. That's it for this part. Go and do that. Do your best. As I say, the more you use Onshape, the easier it becomes. Keep persevering, really showing off those independent study skills and overcoming the little problems by yourself, and you'll get a huge amount of satisfaction because you'll have done it all by yourself. Good luck, Year 9.